Learning targets for this episode, gobble gobble. I can describe the historical context of Turkey's nationalist movement, gobble. I can explain how Kemal Ataturk westernized Turkey. I can describe the mandate system, gobble. I can contrast actions of modernization and restoring of tradition, gobble.
Turkey's gobble, you're a goose.
You're three possums in a coat. It's
The Global History Show with Mr. Benjamin. This episode, Kemal Ataturk and Westernization.
Yoo-hoo! So excited!
It's Global History Show. Historical and geographic context. The Ottoman Empire was a sprawling multinational empire with the capital city, Istanbul. It was a transcontinental country straddling Asia, Europe, and Africa.
gobble. It was on the fence between Europe and Asia. Gobble gobble.
The Ottoman Empire had once been great due to their adoption of advanced technology. They were the first empire to use military units with guns and cannons, the Janissaries, but their economy remained agricultural and based on control of key trade routes. The economy became weak as Silk Road trade was circumvented and other countries industrialized. The Ottoman Empire became known as the sick man of Europe. During the 1800s, the spread of nationalism caused many of the national groups within the empire to break away. Greece gained independence in 1829. A group of liberals, the Young Turks, worked to strengthen the empire and end imperialization, partly by ending the multi-ethnic nature of the empire.
The Young Turks were a left-wing group in Turkey.
Concerns of minority groups were ignored, and other national groups within the empire were marginalized.
Gobble. Non-Turks were lower in the national pecking order.
There was even genocide of the Armenians, a Christian minority group within the empire. During World War I, the Ottoman Empire was allied to Germany and Austria-Hungary, the Central Powers.
The Central Powers, including the Ottoman Empire, got the stuffing knocked out of them.
At the end of World War I, the Ottoman Empire ended. Because the Ottoman Empire was on the defeated side in the war, they lost Eastern European, Arab, and African territory to Austria, Russia, Great Britain, and France. The central part of the empire, Turkey, became an independent country. At the Paris Peace Conference, the victorious European countries met to talk Turkey. They redrew the boundaries of the former Ottoman Empire, gobbling up much of the former Ottoman territory.
Hey there, Mr. Benjamin.
The Ottoman land in Southwest Asia became mandates. The mandate system included territory that would be ruled like colonies, but subject to the supervision of the League of Nations. Syria became a French mandate, Iraq and Palestine became British mandates, and Armenia and parts of Kurdistan were given to the Russians. Kemal Ataturk and Westernization. Mustafa Kemal was a general and a World War I hero in Turkey. He led the Turkish nationalism movement after the war.
He would ring the bell of Turkish nationalism.
He and his supporters sought an independent Turkish nation from the Ottoman Empire. He overthrew the Sultan and defeated Western occupying forces.
Ataturk told the imperialists, get the flock out of Turkey. The bigger they are, the harder they foul.
He declared Turkey a republic in 1920. He was selected as Turkey's first president. Mustafa Kemal later called himself Kemal Ataturk, or Father of the Turks. Kemal Ataturk thought that Turkey had to change to survive and began a program of modernization. These reforms modernized, westernized, and secularized Turkey.
Kemal Ataturk pecked away at many traditional Turkish and Islamic practices.
Kemal Ataturk replaced Sharia code, or the Islamic code of law, with a law code based on European models. Women were not required to wear veils.
The new law code began with a big Unveiling.
Women were allowed to vote. Women could work outside of their homes.
Gobble. They could fly the coop.
The Muslim calendar was replaced with the European Christian calendar. People were required to wear Western clothing instead of traditional Turkish clothing. A public school system was set up, and Arabic writing was replaced with the Western Latin alphabet.
With my writing, it's all chicken scratch.
Ataturk built roads, railroads, and factories, industrializing Turkey.
Hey, what kind of key was Westernization to Ataturk's modernization? It was the Turkey.
While he is credited with transforming Turkey into a modern, secular nation, he ruled with an iron hand, with little tolerance for those who disagreed with his changes. There was tension between Ataturk's modernization, Westernization, and Turkish cultural practices, Islamic tradition.
I am Kemal Ataturk. I am the nationalist leader of Turkey. I modernized Turkey with policies that encourage adopting Western culture and technology.
Mustafa Kemal Ataturk wanted to unite Turks and get rid of Western imperial domination, but at the same time desired modernization and saw a need to Westernize to achieve this goal. This is similar to adversarial forces and ideas faced by Russia under Peter the Great and Japan and the Meiji Restoration, trying to modernize through Western technology while maintaining a core of their cultural beliefs and practices. These times of rapid change, even with the change being directed by well-intentioned leaders within the national group and with greatly positive outcomes, face a backlash. Russians resented shaving their beards and wearing Western suits. Japanese daimyo fought a civil war against the daimyo who were industrializing Japan. In Turkey, after Ataturk died, traditional Islamic forces made efforts to undo the secular nature of Turkey. Turkey is a member of NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, a military alliance made up of the United States, Canada, and many Western European countries. Turkey, with most of its territory in Asia, but Istanbul being in Europe, applied to become a member of the European Union. Turkey has not yet become a member of the EU. As a multi-party republic, Islamic political parties gained increasing support and influence in the 1990s. Islamic political parties have taken efforts to restore Islamic traditions to Turkey, thus ending much of the secular government that Ataturk so strongly advocated for. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has reversed many reforms and enacted policies increasing Islamic influence. Erdogan has legally increased his authority and reduced freedoms of the press. He has denied the Armenian genocide, which was perpetrated by Turks in the Ottoman Empire. He has been actively hostile towards the Kurds, an ethnic minority group within Turkey. To summarize, Kemal Ataturk became the nationalist leader of Turkey, which had been part of a weak, declining empire, and led it to modernize. He molded it into a republic. He encouraged secularism, separation of religion and state, like it says the United States is in the U.S. Constitution. He encouraged Western culture and institutions while reducing the influence of Islam in government and the economy of Turkey. Traditionalists within Turkey opposed these changes, and after Ataturk's death, leaders like President Erdogan have moved Turkey towards becoming more influenced by tradition and less secular, with more influence from Islam. Kemal Ataturk is perched high on a post among the most influential leaders in history. What? The Turkey puns are foul and offensive to turkeys? I won't be henpecked over my delivery of material. Maybe there should be some Thanksgiving for my efforts?
It's a